this video, I'm going to teach you how to play my arrangement of The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra. This is one of my harder arrangements, so don't be surprised if you have to practice it a bit more. Let's get to the first section. About this part right here is just the same from this octave to this octave. This part has a different note on the top, so just pay attention to that. Everything else, take notice of how I'm doing the thirds. So I sort of just play that note and then get my hand in position for the rest of what I'm doing there. And that's a pattern that's going to happen throughout the right hand, where I'll play something like that, and then, so putting my hand in position for the remaining thirds after I play that initial note. So just play it smoothly as you can. You'll be using the pedal when you do this to try and connect everything together. So on to the next section. The next section actually is going to be the same right up until chord changes. So obviously when you start singing, you're just going to do this again. But then when the chord changes to this one, that's where we'll start. Chords that I'm going to want to break down for you since it's starting to get a little crunchy. So the first one, just the 3 there, those 4 there. You'll notice there I'm doing that touch and go again. This is 4 there. And then here's some octaves. Sometimes I like to just practice where my middle finger is going, because the rest is just octaves. So here is, and then this one, I like to just cover the bottom notes there. I don't know if that's best technique, you decide. Slow down this part because it's all chords. So I'm going to spell out each one nice and slow for you as we do the refrain, just the way you look tonight. Forgot one of those chords in there for a moment. So that spells out all of those chords for that part. Now we're going to do a little interlude before we restart this section all over again, the A section I like to call it. So here's the interlude. So here. You just redo the A section there, and it's exactly the same. I don't change very much. You can if you like, but for simplicity, I've made it pretty similar there. So then the next section is going to be the B section, where it switches keys into G flat or F sharp, probably G flat. I'll show you what that looks like next. chords here that stretch your hands a little bit. No shame if you want to simplify it. I'm sure I'm making things a bit more complicated than they need to be sometimes. I'm going to finish out this B section here. I change it just a little bit, moving into the repetition when he starts the and that laugh line. So it's a little different, so pay attention. So going back and forth there. You land here, and your position doesn't change much from here. Move quick to here. So you're just going there, here. And just for fun, I'm going to start on this note, and you're going to slide until you reach here. It's not the most perfect run for me, but just end right here. So. Just like that. I know that's not in the original arrangement, but I get a kick out of doing it that way. It's a little flashy. So on to the next section. Now we're back to the A section, technically, in terms of the chords being used and the structure, but the horns and the band are doing something different, so my arrangement tries to capture that. So we're back to E flat, but it's going to look a little different. Let me show you how that looks for my arrangement. There's a lot going on there. Let me just repeat that and show you. Once again, you got these octaves. Make sure you jump pretty quick here. And then it's the refrain the same way. So nothing changed, it's just the same as before, except you're finishing it differently. Let me show you what that looks like, and then we'll go as a lead-in into the solo. So just a little rhythmic stuff there. Going back and forth between the ninth of the chord and just the regular. And then into the solo. To play the lead into the key change. Now you'll notice the solo that I did wasn't exactly following what's happening in the original recording. You can do it however you like when you play this, but I just like it done that way. So the lead-in is going to be exactly the same as what you've played before in the B section. The only difference is at the very end. So it starts like until you get to that last part, and it's going to look like this. So just those 4 notes leads you into E major or new key. So a lot of this is depending on really similar structures. They're tough structures to master, but once you get them, they repeat a lot throughout this arrangement, so you don't have to do a whole lot different. Next, I'm going to show you the E major key change section, how I arranged that. We'll take it real slow from the top. So that's all 4 notes there. There's 3 there. Showing you. So whoops. There we go. And now jumping up here. Switching to, you're just jumping between these two. And now I'm going to go slow here. There's a lot of crunchy chords here. This fingering is a bit awkward, but it works for me. 4 notes there. Big jump down. I'm going to play this now. And now, the refrain in the new key, I have to show you bit by bit what this looks like. I'll slow it down for you. Starts here, similar structure. So far the chords are in a different key, but they're all spelled pretty similarly. Repeat the refrain the way I spelled it for you, slow it down a little bit, and then I'll show you how I do the ending there. You can do the ending however you like. It's just the way I like to do it. Here's what it looks like, slowed down. So all I'm doing there, playing the E major chord, and then I'm just moving my left hand and letting them cover the F sharp and the G sharp, while my right hand is covering this position. Makes it easy for me. I'm sure it's not the greatest arpeggiation technique in the world, but it works for me. It sounds pretty. That about wraps it up. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll see you next time.